What's up, everybody? Slightly Off Topic podcast here. Today we got the Wednesday Nights Watch. I'm your host, the Real Ant-Man. Got Etup.
What up?
Team Black Cherry.
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
So we got some breaking news, hot off the press.
Yes, hot off the press. Right before where we went live.
Yes.
Actually.
Go ahead, Chris.
All Star Wars spin-offs are officially on hold as of this moment. Ron Howard, it's your fault! Sorry.
So what's up, man? What's going on with Obi-Wan? What's going on with Yoda? Boba Fett? Where are all these movies at?
Okay, so like, I saw Han Solo. All right, I saw the Solo movie. It was good, but not impressive. And I feel like honestly, there needs to be a different direction for the Star Wars franchise. I feel with Disney. I feel like a lot of the stuff they're doing is not fresh and something.
Sorry. Go
That's all right. And I feel like it's definitely needs like a little overhaul. Not to say not a huge overhaul, but something they need to address because I feel like a movie like that should have been more successful. Should have made more money.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not. Like I said, it's not a bad movie, but it's not something. It's not. I think. How do you say?
What up, Jeff?
What's up, Jeff? It's definitely not to the. How do you say?
What up, Leah?
What's up? But it's not to the what a Star Wars movie should be.
See, I thought the best spin-off from there was Rogue One.
Definitely.
Rogue One was awesome.
But okay,
It kind of took place in the timeline, though.
Yeah, but it also was like it had really good original, like interesting characters.
it did.
Even though they all died.
Yeah, exactly.
Spoiler alert! Oh man!
Spoiler alert. But yeah,
Boom!
But see, that's the point. That's the thing. The problem is too. You actually have some good characters you would love to see sequels in, but they're all dead. So you're like, oh crap, you're not gonna see them again. Because I was actually interested in seeing what's his name? Ip Man. Who was the actor's name?
Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen. Yeah, Donnie Yen's character was awesome.
Yeah.
And so was
Forrest Whitaker's character was cool too.
Yeah, it was.
Save the trees. Oh, man. No.
How about
save the rebellion? Save. You say save the rebellion, save the trees, or like save the rebellion, save whatever?
I don't remember.
Oh,
Don't you remember,
who,
like,
is
he
it?
sounded like he said trees, and I was like, really? What?
No, who?
Forrest Whitaker. He's like, save the rebellion, save the trees.
No, Donnie Yen was pretty awesome in that movie, actually. But I was gonna say also the Andrew was pretty awesome too.
Oh yeah. So Jeff was just saying like people hated the ending, but he thought it was good. Yeah, I agree. I thought the ending was awesome. It looked like something straight out of a horror movie.
Oh, Vader? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's the best depiction of Vader, honestly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolute best, But the problem is, it was great, but then we wanted more, and we never got more, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it was
It
just
was like what, like 4 or 5 minutes, and that was it.
And that's it. So it's kind of really a one-shot movie where you're going to see but it was building up to something great, with like what they were building, what they did with that movie. But, yeah, but here's a question, though. If the spin-offs are on hold...
I think the fate of the spin-offs rests on Episode 9. Really.
Oh, God.
Because, well, we know...
Well, J.J. Abrams is directing that one, so...
Yeah.
I know. I have complete confidence in JJ, but like...
What? No, I don't... I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I say that.
Please do.
Because I don't want Return of the Jedi Part 2. You know what I'm saying? I want a fresh, new movie.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Force Awakens is too much
I
like
thought
new.
you liked the Ewoks.
They're not that bad, honestly. They're not that bad.
But let's go through JJ's history, okay?
Mission
Yeah.
Impossible.
Mission Impossible 3.
Oh, no, Mission Impossible 3 is great. Lost, great show.
Terrible ending.
Yeah, terrible ending.
It was a terrible ending because then they were building to something that they just...
No,
Yeah.
It
You
was got too
literally-
stupid.
You literally were lost by the end of the show. You're like, what the hell? What's the whole story? Where's this going?
I just thought the reveal of it all was like, it was such a, it felt more like a cop-out than a
it
good
was.
ending.
It was. Because,
Purgatory would have been a better ending.
hell yeah.
It would have been,
It
but
was
they were
pretty-
forced to end it, though. Because, I mean, like, what the...
Was the ratings down?
The ratings were down
Oh.
since after Season 4, because that was when the writer's strike happened.
Gotcha.
And then that affected everything. They're like, okay, so
They definitely there was a right strike, and I could tell from that show, man. I'm not even joking, man.
I mean, it affected them. It affected 24, because that's when...
Yeah,
Oh.
24.
24 started to go down, and it started to...
Prison Break sucked. Oh,
Right.
Heroes?
Yeah. All of that
we're
affected
not
it.
talking about that.
Well, dude, Hero Season 1 was so great. Hero Season 2, so
So
bad. Oh,
yeah, we're
man.
not talking about that, man.
So, anyways, what we came to talk about before our breaking news was a trailer got released today.
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Creed 2.
Looks great.
looks excellent.
Awesome.
Amazing.
The music, amazing in
Yeah.
that trailer.
Yeah.
Dude, when he starts hitting like the speed bag and it's going with the music, I'm like, oh man. And then at the very end, so they're building up this whole trailer, and then all they show is a little glimpse of the fighter he's going against swing around. And says like Drago on the back. Dude, man, I got like chills like seeing that. Seriously, dude, whoever cut that trailer was amazing.
Okay, so it's funny. So I just saw like a clip from Rocky IV the other day, and I'm sorry, man. I feel that's a really underrated movie because I still get goosebumps.
Rocky IV?
Oh yeah, man. With him and Ivan Drago, like Rocky and Ivan going.
Oh
at
yeah,
it.
dude, the montage is like.
Oh yeah,
gonna make a montage.
Dude, great montage, man.
Dude, that's like the most epic montage in the Rocky IV.
No, seriously.
Isn't it the one where like they're splashing in the water or whatever with each other?
Well, no. It's like the build of the montage, like Rocky's like training on the beach and like.
Yeah, but aren't they like splashing water on each other?
No, yeah, you think of Rocky 3.
Is it Rocky 3?
Yeah, with him and Apollo.
Yeah.
They're in the beach and all that running. And they're like, yeah, that's like probably Rocky 3. No, Rocky 4 is great though because it has some great montages too. The whole him training.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like him and Ivan Drago training.
Well, 3 is like has the most iconic like people in it. They had Hogan and Mr. T in the same movie. Like how the hell did that movie hold that much awesomeness?
Yeah, but like 4 was USA versus Russia, and it was so.
Oh well, yeah, because it was like the end of the Cold War.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, yeah, USA Russia was like this hot thing at the time.
I mean, come on, man.
I mean, how many 80 movies had like USA Russia? Like didn't like Red Dawn? I mean, it was like so many like.
But I mean, it's
80s
great
movies.
too because you see like spoiler: Ivan Drago kill Apollo Creed in the movie, and he's like, if he dies, he dies. It's such great moments.
Dude, you sound like Arnold.
He's
terrible.
That was terrible.
How do you do it?
Russian? I don't know. I have to give a
It's
Russian.
the same
guy.
thing, man.
No, it's different. Completely different. Different dialect.
Oh my god. I must break you. How about that? Is that
Yeah,
better?
that's a little better.
Okay,
That's better.
That's better.
Okay,
Yep, that's
I
better.
didn't roll my R's. Okay, sorry, but yeah. So that was a great movie. I actually like all the Rocky movies. So and Creed, the first one was really good, very good movie. If you haven't watched it, please do because you'll definitely be impressed.
It's on Hulu?
Yes.
Maybe yes.
Yes. It's on
Very
Hulu.
good movie.
Actually, I think it's on Amazon as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on both.
Yeah.
Excellent movie. It's from Ryan Coogler, who also directed
Black Panther.
Black Panther and
Yeah.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah, great director.
Yeah, awesome director. The new one is a first-time director, so that scares me. Or, well, he did one other movie, but we never heard
Yeah,
of
Wait
it.
a minute,
never
so it's
heard
not
of
Ryan Coogler directing?
No, he's
No.
executive producer.
Since he was directing.
But
Black Panther
Sylvester
at the time.
Stallone's still writing the movie,
Okay.
as well as
Did he wrote the first one?
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone wrote the first one.
See, that's amazing.
Oh, dude, well, he wrote Rocky, man. That's
Well, yeah,
like
he
his
also
franchise.
wrote Rambo too.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah.
this one's also co-wrote by the showrunner from Luke Cage.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, cool.
which makes sense if you watch the trailer because it looks like a trailer or something
From
straight
Luke
out of Luke
Cage,
Cage. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. I love the first one. Hopefully, this next one will be.
Oh my God! # Space Force.
Space Force.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Trump was watching too much Lost in Space.
It's gonna be like the Air Force, but in space. It's gonna be Air Force and Space Force. Two things, very similar but very different. I think that's what he said in his press conference or whatever.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
We stay away from politics. That's the reason we don't talk about politics.
What else we got to talk about tonight, gentlemen? Oh, Incredibles 2.
Yeah, that little anime movie that came out.
Did you watch it, Chris?
no, I didn't go see
Oh,
it.
God.
Yeah,
So
Well, a lot of people did watch it.
I was about to say a lot of people, in the tune of up to $180 million worth of people, tickets sold, went and watched it this weekend.
yeah, pretty ridiculous because I even looked online with Sparks fan just in case if I did want to go. Oh, they were sold out.
Yeah, no money came from these 3 little tiny wallets.
No.
Sorry.
But we do plan on seeing Incredibles 2 soon, hopefully.
hopefully.
Yes. But that brings us to our next topic,
Yes.
and that would be
Pixar.
what is our favorite Pixar movies? So I
Well-
assembled some of my favorite
Okay,
here,
alright.
gentlemen. So we'll talk about it. You guys can add your favorite, and
Okay.
then we'll talk about the worst of the franchises
Okay.
after that. So my all-time favorite franchise is,
Let me guess.
need a little drum roll here. Boom, the Toy Story.
Wow, I would have not thought that.
I agree with that 100%.
Let me just tell you this. So, I watched Toy Story 1 2, I didn't watch all of it, right? but Toy Story 3 is so good. Like,
Toy Story 3 is definitely the best of the three movies, but
Yes.
I mean, we can't discount how amazing the first
no,
two
it's
movies
great
are.
movies. You know, it's crazy about like Toy Story 1. I didn't know it came out in 1995.
Yes,
Yeah.
I actually have it on VHS. We even one of those big, cases that you
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
The
those-
white, like the big
yes,
white, like
yes,
fluffy cases.
Yes, that mean no sense at all.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But to be the biggest case in your VHS collection,
It's just crazy to think that because when I didn't think about it. It's like late 90s.
you don't think of computer animation at that time?
at that time,
Dude,
yeah.
you know what's crazy? Okay, so I was so hyped about Donkey Kong Country back in the day. Nintendo of America sent out these little press things if you were a Nintendo Power subscriber
Yeah.
on VHS. And, well, it had, like, computer animated, so we're talking, like, 94.
Yeah.
So it was, like, right in the thing, I must, like, watch that thing 100 times, waiting for it to come out, because we didn't have the internet to go watch trailers, so
Yeah.
I had this, like, making of thing, and, oh, man, it had the Donkey Kong music, it had, like, all that stuff, and it was
Yeah.
just awesome.
Yeah.
Do you still have that?
I might. I might.
That might be collector's item.
I might still have that. But, I could go play it now.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not as entertaining. But yeah, like back to Toy Story, those movies are just amazing. I mean, you got the cast: Tim Allen, Tom Hanks.
Yes.
I mean, amazing. Like you can't really ask for better
Yeah.
two actors. Who played the bear in the third one?
Fatso Lotso? I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh gosh, I just don't.
I want to say it's on.
Keep going.
Yeah, I'm not too sure to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but like whoever it was, like did a great job. Like that character's awesome
Great
in the
villain.
third one. Yeah, excellent
A
villain.
really good villain.
And like honestly though, like that's kind of what sets that movie apart from the first two.
Because it didn't have
Because
great
I mean, you have
villains.
like Sid, who's like it's okay, but he's a kid. He's not like
Yeah.
he's not a toy villain, which I think makes it a lot cooler.
Yeah. Well, what was it? The second one had the prospector, right? He was kind
Yeah.
of a villain too.
Yeah, but I still I don't know. I like he was kind of like a I don't know.
Well, you see, why I love Toy Story 3 so much, it's like, you're right, it really was, the ending, I think, was so emotional in the end. Like, I love the whole part where they're in the, they're gonna be melted.
Yeah.
They're in that whole,
I actually cried at that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
Grown man cried right here.
Yep.
I'm not
but
gonna lie.
Don't worry, I got more of that in my next couple ones.
But it was a great scene, though, because they're, like, what's the name? They save Fatsalazzo, like, the Woody and all that, and Buzz, like, to save them. And he just leaves them. He's like, bye, guys.
Yeah.
And he just leaves them to die.
It's a freaking river merchant,
I'm like,
man.
wow.
Sells them right down the river.
I'm like, wow, man. And that really was, like, awesome.
Ned Betty.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know that actor.
Ned.
It-
Okay.
Did you guys go to high school together, Pete?
No. No, so
I know.
Ned Betty. It's
Shooter.
No, I know.
Superman.
Yes.
The original
And
Superman?
Deliverance. Right?
It could be on there. Rango.
Deliverance.
Boom. So let's go ahead and move on to our next movie,
Okay, just saying.
Yeah.
Inside Out.
Okay.
Grown men cry here in that movie.
I would say that's the best movie from Pixar.
You think so?
Really?
Better than Toy Story 3? Really?
Two times.
And you got you both times?
Almost two times in that movie, it got me. It
Yeah.
really actually got me, and that says something for an animated movie to get me like that.
Yeah, I think having a little girl, that movie like really like spoke to me.
Well, it's not with that. It's also like the fact that it talks about your childhood.
Yeah.
It talks about how
Yeah.
like when you're a child, you're carefree. I mean, I think the part that got me the most really is the fact when the imaginary character, her imaginary friend,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and then like she like in the like her imaginary friend sacrificed himself to save her and then disappears. And I always thought that's a very touching moment because it's kind of like your memories disappearing, like things that you actually have fond of as a childhood, going away. And it's really kind of very touching moment, honestly, when you see that movie, because it's not only for a parent like yourself. But if as a child too, you can when
Yeah.
you experience your
Yeah.
childhood, your nostalgia, it actually also brings back good those memories. Too.
Yeah, I would say the part where like her islands, like where they start disappearing,
Yeah.
where it's like, yeah, you got like
Enjoy
the hockey island,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
part of the island. It's like, because like I mean, you always see those things like there was a time in your life that it was the last time you ever go out with your friends and play on a
Oh
boat.
yeah.
But you don't think about it then,
Yeah,
but
you
that's
don't
what it
think about
was.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
and then it's time to adult. So
and I think as us being all grown adults and all that, we always kind of have like fond memories. I'm very nostalgic.
it might be an underrated movie. To be
Extremely
honest with you.
underrated. Well, when I first saw it, I'm like, and I finished it, I'm like, this is not just a great anime movie. This is a great movie.
Not animated, Chris, or not rated in the fact
Unappreciated.
underappreciated. Yeah,
Yes.
that's better.
I mean,
Because it went well with the critics. I'm talking about more of it didn't make as much money as it should have.
No, it shouldn't. It's not something that a lot of people talk about.
But what came out around that time for it?
Oh, I have no clue.
I have no But I mean, it's not like Toy Story, where everybody loves Toy Story, where everybody
Yeah.
talks about Finding Nemo.
But I think it's more for adults, really.
Yeah,
than
it really
is for
is.
kids.
Yeah,
It really is.
Because they see the characters like, oh, these are fun, kooky characters, but it wasn't something that they could actually really understand. And
No,
grasp.
as a kid, you don't understand what the message they're trying to give, but as an adult, you understand perfectly what the message
So
they're
I
trying to
think that's why it didn't make us.
give. No, yeah, exactly. But it is a great movie, and it's something that I think a lot of parents should watch with their kids, because I think both can enjoy it at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Next one's Up.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Very good movie. Another movie where it made me cry. Not gonna
The
lie.
beginning, right?
Right at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Was that word?
Right at the beginning. No, other than that, I was fine. I was fine through the rest of the movie. Yeah, it was just the beginning.
I mean,
The whole montage with
Yeah,
her.
and then
montage,
she
yeah,
dies, and
yeah.
then it's just like you're like, what? Like usually Disney, like
They build you up to it.
Yeah, they build you up to killing a parent or a loved one. But
did they for Bambi or did they for?
that was the end of the movie, wasn't it?
No, that's the middle of the movie.
Oh, middle of the movie, yeah. And then Lion King was kind of like it
Yeah,
was like
first half an hour.
yeah.
Yeah, first half hour. You're like,
Yeah.
Mufasa dies. You're like,
Oh my god.
What? I tell you what,
Vader's
though.
gone.
Say it again.
So
Boom.
talk about the Lion King, man. Talk about a really horrible part for a kid to experience.
Oh god,
Not,
you're a kid,
not,
man.
not only like the Simba's dad died, but then he gets blamed for the death.
Oh man, I remember going to the movies with my mom and my aunt, dude, and they'd always be bawling like all these kids movies. I never understood it. I always think it was funny when I was little.
Yeah.
But then now I'm an adult, I get it.
Yeah, you get it. You understand the whole what they're doing and all that. But yeah, Up is a great movie. It's a really fun movie. I mean, like I said, the beginning is sad, but then of course it's a more uplifting adventure later on.
Yeah.
And I love the relationship between him and the kid.
The
and
old
all.
man and the kid,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then
Great.
with the dog and
The squirrel.
yeah.
Yeah, great stuff and all that. So it was definitely original. It's an original movie too, because I don't think there's nothing really you can compare to that. There's nothing you can say, hey, can you compare this to another anime movie? Because I don't think there's no comparison really
No, there's not.
that I can think of.
No. I mean, that was the first of its
Kind
kind, really. Yeah. What's next?
Monsters Inc. Monsters University didn't do it any justice. I can tell you that much.
I mean, didn't they supposedly meet at Inc., not university?
I don't know the whole storyline, but like I didn't think University lived up to as good as Inc. was. Now I mean John Goodman and Billy Crystal, both great actors.
Yeah.
So I mean you have that, but
I think this was getting to the point where when this came out, I was getting ready to phase out of the whole animated stuff, and I was like,
Disney goes and drags you back in.
no, it didn't drag me in. I was watching it, I was like, okay. This didn't really do much for me. I was like, all right.
I think some of the movies we'll talk about in a little bit are the movies that brought you back in.
Oh yeah, yes, of course.
Yes.
I'm sure they do. But this one I ranked right there with Cars as being like one of my
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Would you say this is more an uplifting movie, like more a comedy movie than would say like emotional?
This one has a lot of like. Well, the whole point is like they go from scaring the kids to making them laugh.
But to they also being scared of kids.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like they think like, oh, you gotta scare the kids, but you know, like they also have frightened about because Boo not frightened of them at all, and she starts chasing them around and all that stuff. So it's it's kind of a funny take on the whole monster saying that kids are afraid of monsters, whereas the monsters are really afraid of them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So yeah, it's a fun, definitely a fun movie to watch.
And my last of my top 5 was WALL-E.
Okay, so I never seen WALL-E.
WALL-E is excellent. Not a lot of talking in the movie.
No.
It's a lot of him interacting, WALL-E interacting with
The world mostly.
The world, and then what's the character's name? The girl Eve.
Eve.
Yeah. And then he's interacting with Eve. they wind up going on up to their space shuttle or whatever, and it winds up being more of a social satire, based off of like how humans are lazy.
Right.
And that's basically what it kind of like goes to, and it's well done actually. But you know what's weird? Avery likes it, but I wouldn't really consider it a kid movie either. Like that's like one of the movies. It's the deeper meaning of it is not meant for kids.
No, it's not. But like you can grasp the kidness of it while watching it, because I mean, I had fun watching it. I was like, oh, this is cute. And he's like, what? He's like, Wally.
Yeah.
And then like you go after Eva. I mean, that's kind of thing that's cute. I took away from it. I was like, I watched it a couple times, and I remember the ending. I was like, huh. That's actually kind of true. And it actually brings me back to what we were talking about a little bit earlier with the whole Space Force thing. It's kind of funny. But other than that, I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, do I wish there was a second one? No.
I don't know what they would do with the second one.
Neither do I.
I don't think it's necessary.
No.
It's like
I do like the music though. It kind of reminds me of Fallout. Like they have the old what is like early 40s 50s music. Yeah. And it has like a Fallout kind of sound to it.
So describe the storyline for a little bit for me, because I haven't seen it myself.
The storyline is it takes place like you see like Wally. He's a robot, and basically he like collects like trash or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, but he's like
the only one.
Yeah, he's like the only one that's like down there. And so he like winds up like finding like Eve, who comes down to the planet.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of like
doing like surveys.
Yeah. And so he like starts following around. Then they find like a plant on the Earth that they like that they have to like that he's trying to protect.
Okay.
Because like basically everything's dead on Earth.
Okay.
And it's pretty much like humans left Earth because of the fact that like the planet was dying.
Yeah.
And like Eve came back to like find life, and she found life, and she was bringing back to the spaceship.
So it's kind of almost talk about the self-destruction of people in a sense, like how they pollute, how they kind of polluted Earth.
Correct.
They just destroyed Earth and all that. And
but when you get to the spaceship, and you actually see the humans. It's I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, it's pretty interesting how they did that.
The take on it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I feel like, is it me, or do you find that this generation of animated movies are way more mature than what we grew up on? Like, do you think they have much more meaning, these animated
I think
movies?
if you go back and watch it, you missed on a lot of the meaning.
Yeah.
Like, we talking about like old school movies, or are we talking about these movies, right?
Old school movies. Yeah, like I think if you go back, I think you missed a lot of stuff. Like you probably haven't rewatched them since you were a kid, and I think you missed a lot of the deeper meanings.
Well, I guess you could.
Because I mean, you look at like Aladdin.
Yeah.
And like it's all like about women empowerment and choosing who she wants to marry. Like, but you kind of miss that. Like when you're like watching it.
Well, not only that, but Robin Williams' like performance was kind of almost. He catered to that comedy catered to adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, your kid wouldn't understand some of his
wacky things that.
Well,
he says
yeah, exactly, and some of his references he makes. He makes a lot of references. I know he did Arsenio Hall and stuff like that.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's like.
You know, it's funny. They say like he's actually like from the future. Like there was like this whole like.
Yeah.
Like fan theory. That he was from the future.
Actually, it's funny. I did actually the fan theory.
Oh, you did that one?
Yeah, I did that. I posted
it
about a year ago, slightly off topic. And it talks about how he knew all the references and all that, and how like that's actually a dystopian like future or whatever. Like, and then he's like, he's from because he said I think he's thousands and thousands of years old. So it's like the time of the.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Funny.
So yeah. But
so we talked about our favorite Pixar movies.
Okay.
So let's talk about our not so favorite Pixar movies. I'd say the probably the worst of the bunch is probably Cars.
Yeah.
I don't like Cars at all.
Yeah.
I think Cars is terrible.
Well, is it just like a straight up kids movie? Like it's just kind of goofy and all that, and trying to be just straight.
No,
for
I
kids?
mean there's serious moments.
I mean, there's serious moments, but it just wouldn't like. It's something that. Doesn't. I mean, Cars don't really interest me that much.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Unless you like racing, it doesn't
it's
really.
It's more for parents who like NASCAR and their kids who
Kinda-
are watching NASCAR.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be like put a stereotype, but at the same time, I feel like who would really like what kid would watch that? I mean, I'll be honest. As a kid, even as an adult, I'm not really into that much to Cars. So
I mean, sorry to sorry if this offends anyone, but I really can't stand Larry the Cable Guy.
No, I can't either. I think he's terrible. I don't think he's funny at all. I think his voice is annoying.
Yeah.
Get her done.
Yeah,
He's
completely agree with
he
you.
was kind of a one-hit wonder kind of thing, you know, because he was only.
Well, he did like that. What was the that comedy tour? Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Blue Collar Comedy
There was a bunch of guys on there.
But
like,
Jeff
one hit.
Fox, Jeff Fox were way more successful than him.
Yeah, Jeff Foxworthy's not horrible though. He's actually
But
like he has like good like he did the whole like you might be a redneck.
Yeah.
And those were funny jokes.
Like, and then he had his own show. He
Yeah.
was way more. I think Larry the Cable Guy was really like running on his coattails.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
definitely.
didn't really like only for like that one period. I mean, he had a catchphrase and all that stuff,
And then get her done. That was it.
And then after that, boom, done. You know, you don't really hear about him anymore. So,
but he was actually in all three Cars movies, but he was in
the third one. I heard he wasn't even that much in
No,
it.
he wasn't.
Because the
Thank
second
God.
one,
We were talking earlier, and Chris said that's the best one, and then he said that he wasn't in there much. I'm like, oh, that's why. That's perfect.
I think the reason why, because all the backlash of the second one, and everybody's like, oh, they put way too much of him in there.
I mean, they put way too much in the second one, and they made a freaking second one a spy movie. Like, what the shit is that?
If we want a spy movie, I'll watch Madagascar.
Yeah.
The little spy penguins.
Wait, hold on.
Come on, man, the little spy penguins.
Hold on, really?
Oh, you don't like Madagascar?
Then we'll see that for another day.
We'll save it for right after this topic, because we're going to start talking about other animation studios.
So, Cars are worse?
I think Cars is the worst, followed by The Good Dinosaur.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
did you watch that?
I watched half of it and shut it off as
Wow.
garbage.
I watched it, and
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'm done.
So, like, the whole premise was the dinosaurs are smart and the humans are dumb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's extinct? Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Who's extinct? Not humans.
I mean, I get the whole, like, role reversal, but, I mean, come on, that's a little bit too, like, that's not clever, really, in my opinion.
And then the kid acted like a dog most of the
Yeah.
time, and it wasn't like that much. I don't know.
Do you think sometimes though that like back to Cars real quick, and we'll go back to that. Do you think sometimes Cars is just like a money grab for Disney because it's an easy sell to kids for toys?
Definitely.
Yes, because all throughout the third movie, that's all they pretty much talked about was the fact that him being too old to race. And be like, oh, well, here's some merchandise you can sell. Here's some of this you can sell.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? You guys are just really just milking the crap out of this right now.
Yeah, because if you go to the store, like the Hot Wheels section, there's like Hot Wheels and then there's cars.
Yeah.
And like the cars are like more expensive and
Yeah,
they
of
have like
course.
every single car ever in the franchise
So,
in there.
one good thing to come out of Cars is, like, I believe the first one we have Paul Newman as one of the voices of the old car, which is kind of cool, man. Paul Newman's a great actor.
Yes.
Was a great actor, and it's definitely something like, at least he's going to be
Is that
remembered.
the salad dressing guy?
Yes.
That is him. Holy shit.
Well, I
Hey,
mean,
he got some good salad dressing, man. What can I say?
Well, let's be
I'm not gonna, you know,
he's more, no,
George Foreman got a good grill. He got a good salad dressing. I like food. What?
Paul Newman is also known for Cool Hand Luke and The Sting and all other great movies. So let's just and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. So
I agree. The Croods was better
much
than the
respect,
Good
Paul
Dinosaur.
Newman.
And they did actually pay respect to him in Cars 3.
Yeah.
Like,
Awesome.
That's awesome.
A lot of respect to him.
Absolutely awesome. So any other bad Pixar movies?
You know, one we didn't mention on the good list, and it's not bad. It's good. I would say it's good, but it didn't make it. Was Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Those are both good movies.
They're good
I
movies.
enjoy those.
Yeah.
They're solid. I like Dory better than Nemo.
Really?
Finding Dory better
Really?
than Finding Nemo. Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're more like the same. To me.
Yeah, I mean, you could go back and forth, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I like that one. Coco is another good movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put that on the bad list. I thought Coco was a good movie.
You told me that was pretty mature for a kids movie.
It is very mature. Got backstabbing and murder and death and all the good stuff kids love.
Well, I mean, it's talking about. Well, it's talking about the whole Day of the Dead kind of
Yeah.
whole, you know. So it's kind of like I can already tell it's kind of mature subject matter.
Los Muertes.
Los
or whatever.
Muertes,
Los
yeah.
Dias de Muertes or
yes,
whatever.
yes. So
I don't speak Spanish. That's Pete's job.
Not really. Just say not really, but. So, any other anime movies you want to talk about?
What other Pixar movies? Do we get the whole range?
No,
Oh, Ratatouille we missed.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It's really good, but I don't think it's anything special. I wouldn't put it in my top 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't write
How about Brave?
That's not Pixar, is it?
That is Pixar.
Oh, it is Pixar?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, yeah, with the hair flow. I mean, yeah, you have to put that with Pixar.
Yeah, Brave is good.
Brave was probably like one of the ones I only saw once. Like, I'll put it in the same category as Monsters Inc. and
I put it in there like Ratatouille as well.
And
It's
Ratatouille,
like, yeah, it's
like one, and you see it once, and you're like, okay, that's cool.
So, if you were to pick the top 3, what would you pick?
I already gave you my top 3.
So, like,
I would say Inside Out, or Toy Story, Inside Out, and Up. Those are my 3 favorite.
I probably have to agree. No, well, Toy Story 3, right?
I say the franchise, the
Really?
Toy Story franchise. Yeah.
You know, how about Incredibles? You know, put that in your.
Oh, I didn't even talk about Incredibles. That's funny. Incredibles is okay. I don't know. I wasn't as like a big fan as everybody else was back in the day.
You know what?
Chris disagrees with me.
Whoa. I mean, Incredibles was great.
You know what's funny though? So I saw Incredibles the first time. I don't know if I was tired of it, but you're right. I wasn't that impressed the first time around. And this is coming from a guy who loves comic book stuff.
Well, wait. Did you see it after everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's such a great movie"?
Not really.
I had high expectations going into it.
No, I don't think so. Maybe it's because I have high expectations because I'm a comic book guy. So of course, watching it, I'm figuring it's based on a comic book like genre. And I mean, not to say I didn't like it, I just wasn't like overly impressed. It wasn't like something like blew my, you know, like when I saw Inside Out, I was like, wow, this is a great movie. When I saw Toy Story 3, wow, that's a great movie. When I saw Incredibles, I'm like, it's pretty good. I mean, nothing like memorable. It's not like I want to really like it, but it's not like something that left a lasting impression.
It's nothing emotional, impactful.
But I think that's the problem, though.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
And I think the problem is, to me, is if I'm gonna watch a comic book movie, I want to watch Marvel or something that I actually grew up on. That's something that's kind of an original idea, because it practically Incredibles is kind of their take on Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That really is their take.
Yeah.
So that's their take on it. So I mean, I'd love to see a great Fantastic Four movie. Unfortunately, that is the best Fantastic Four movie we got. That really is the best Fantastic, because we don't got nothing better
But you
than
don't like Michael Chiklis?
No.
You don't like Chris Evans?
Come on,
You know,
Rebecca B. Jordan?
No,
man.
no.
No, Michael B. Jordan is
Okay.
Creed and Killmonger, not Human Torch.
Yeah. And let me tell you just something. With Chris Evans, that was fun. But it's not a good Fantastic Four movie.
It wasn't.
It's fun, and he did a great job as Human Torch. He was funny, and so was Michael Chiklis as the Thing. But it's not a good movie. So I'm sorry. Make me a good fucking Fantastic Four movie, and I'll be happy. Thank you. And bring Doctor Doom too, also in it. Put that in there. Great Doctor Doom. Character, villain, whoever's gonna fucking play him, do it, please.
Okay,
Thank you. Sorry for the language.
So Pixar, I would say, took up a good around the late '90s to the early 2010s.
Yeah.
That was kind of their golden age.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about what studios and what our favorite movies were from the different time periods from when we were growing up till now. I would say in the '90s that Disney's animated studios was the cream of the crop.
In the '90s?
Yeah, early '90s.
Early '90s.
Early '90s.
Late '90s.
Before they handed the ball off to Pixar.
Yes, early '90s was definitely the cream of the crop. Late '90s, not so much. And
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King.
Boom.
And those are classics right there.
That's all you need.
Really.
Wasn't it?
And then late '90s was like Tarzan,
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's true.
Hercules.
Hercules. Yep, that was Mulan.
Yeah. And those
Pocahontas.
and those are all right.
Yeah, they're all right movies.
They're not bad movies, but they're not great movies.
Hunchback of Notre Dame was last on that list.
You don't like that movie?
No.
You know what's funny though?
You don't like Quasimodo?
No.
Shout out to our friend Josh Smith. He actually loves that movie.
Yeah, because he says it's realistic. Because the ugly guy doesn't get the girl.
I mean, that is realistic, but it's like, and it's really dark too. That movie, I heard, it's really dark.
I mean, yeah, the freaking Hunchback is like living up in a bell tower or whatever.
It's based on a story, so it's true.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, they're based on other, but I don't.
It's funny because it's true.
You know what's funny though? Like I don't understand what like the Disney. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I don't understand how they say, oh, let's make this into a Disney movie, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, because it's not.
They do that with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but that's not really towards kids, though.
Neither really is Pocahontas. And they still make a Disney movie out of
They
it.
got transformed into Avatar.
Or you got like Mulan. That's not really it's based off of a war.
Yeah.
Or how about Fantasia with like the demon?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Dude, that music's amazing.
That is amazing though. Wow, the music in that movie is amazing.
What year did that come out?
Like 1960s, I want to say.
Yeah, and then they had like Fantasia 2000.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They had like a newer one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember having I remember the first one I had on VHS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I think I had on Laserdisc as well.
Alice in Wonderland. That's not from my childhood.
No,
Don't you look at me, man. Right? Don't you look at me, man.
Sure?
No,
Sure?
no,
Let's
no,
look
no,
this up.
no, you know.
Someone, please look
No,
up
no.
what year did Alice in Wonderland come
I'm
out.
pretty sure
Please
it
do.
came out when I was born, alright?
Yeah,
it's
it's
I don't care what you
60s.
guys
It had to be before Pete.
yeah, way before me, alright? So shut up. But anyway,
So I would say they handed the ball off to Pixar, but I do want to make one shout out though in the early 2000s, and it was kind of the beginning of DreamWorks, and that was Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek.
Shrek kind of brought something outside of Disney, outside
You know
of
what's
Pixar
funny?
to the mainstream.
And it was funny though too, because I remember we were working in a movie theater and all that, right? And we were not, we were watching movies, but we weren't watching anime movies. But we went to watch that movie, and we enjoyed the hell out of that movie.
Oh yeah, that was a great movie.
That was a great movie, and I remember even like we went and watched it. We will go over there because we were ushers. We can go watch a movie whenever we want, right? Just sneak in and watch a bit. So we used to watch it like bits and pieces all the time.
Oh yeah,
It
absolutely.
used to crack us up. Like it's just a fun movie to watch, and it's to this
The
day.
adult humor is excellent.
It's a great movie.
In that movie.
Yeah,
too.
great
I
movie.
think that's where like pretty much started mostly the adult humor, where it made it okay for our parents to be like, oh yeah, I can laugh at this too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
So,
So let me ask you a question though. So supposedly, no, this is actually true, that Chris Farley was supposed to play Shrek, and but of course he passed away before he ever finished production and all that. Do you think Chris Farley would have been a better Shrek than Mike Myers, or do you think Mike Myers played that
Oh,
role?
I can't hear anybody but Mike Myers playing
Yeah.
that role.
yeah, Mike
Yeah,
Myers.
like Mike Myers with the whole like Scottish like
Yeah, well that's
accent,
why.
like-
That's exactly why he pulled off, and I think
Yeah.
that's what makes it so.
I honestly I wouldn't want to see. That's like almost like seeing like Will Smith as Neo, like because they said like he was originally
Yeah.
supposed to cast it. Like to me that would like totally change the complexion. Like the whole
movie.
fact that like Keanu Reeves is like clueless in the movie
Yeah.
is so much better than if it was like Will Smith being an
Yeah,
action
cocky,
hero.
yeah.
It's like I don't know. Like whenever I go back and I hear like, well, this person could have been casted. I was like, most of the time I'm like,
And then
Joey Brecker.
Tom Hiddleston went in as an audition for Thor originally.
Who?
Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, Loki was really.
See, yeah, it just that wouldn't now. Like he had to have Chris Hemsworth, that buff, tough guy.
Yeah, that's a man.
That's a man. That's a man right there. That's not a
That
dude.
is a man.
That's a man. Seriously, like it just wouldn't come off. So yeah, thank God. You know what's funny too? And here's another casting. I'm trying a little slightly off topic. Sorry, but what was it? Did you hear that Tom Selleck was supposed to play originally Indiana Jones?
Oh, that's awful. Tom Selleck as Indiana Jones would have just been plain freaking awful.
Can you imagine that?
The stash.
The stash.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
thank
no.
God for Harrison Ford, man.
Yeah, no.
Seriously. But
That-
like what other movies in the 2000s?
You know, I know they're not the most popular movies, but Disney Animated Studios made a couple of gems in that time.
And so
Emperor's New Groove.
yes. Oh my God.
Emperor's New Groove is amazing.
Wow.
I haven't seen it. Well,
What?
Hold on. Pause.
Yeah.
I may have seen parts while I was going to Boys and Girls Club, but I don't vaguely really remember that movie because that was during the time I was growing up, and I was like, I don't watch anime movies.
Okay,
I'm done.
so we're grown adults at that time.
yeah, you guys were adults at that time.
We're grown ass
We
adults.
were adults. No, so the cast is David Spade, John Goodman, and Patrick Warburton. Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes, awesome. Kronk might be the greatest Disney character ever.
Yes. I tell you what, man, that's so fun watching that movie, man. I still we still joke about it to this day. And that's that movie's what, almost 18 years old?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Seriously.
it's about that.
So it was fun.
The great movie.
Great comedy.
Oh, God.
Another gem from that time, Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
Lilo and Stitch was another gem.
You know
That's
what?
another one I
And
didn't
that's a movie that.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
You know what's funny though? I think this movie is real under the radar because at that time it didn't make a big splash, but it left a lasting impression to a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
'cause
like if you go to Tomorrowland and Disney, it's like all Stitch stuff.
You're serious? It made a huge splash.
You
It
thi-
made a freaking show out of it.
No, but
Yeah,
they
they
make
did.
a lot of money when it first came out.
Yeah, it did.
I don't think it when it on its run in the theater.
I don't remember.
I don't think it made a lot of
I
money.
don't think so.
I thought it did.
I mean, it
Because I
might.
thought a lot of kids loved it and whatnot, and they brought it to TV. They made actually a TV show out of it.
Well, they made a TV show of The Emperor's New Groove, but it wasn't like I remember when it first came
They
out.
made a sequel too, but
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it.
I remember Lilo and Stitch being an actual TV show, lasting quite a while before. And then I don't remember.
But can we just make a shout out to Disney making terrible sequels back in the day? I mean, like,
Wow.
seriously, dude, like the Aladdin sequel,
Oh,
like
yeah.
garbage.
Return of Jafar?
Return of Jafar was awful.
It didn't have Robin Williams. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, no Robin Williams, man.
No
So
Robin
Genie
Williams,
wasn't in it
no
at all?
buys.
No, it was a genie, but it wasn't Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Who the hell was it?
I don't even
Some
know.
guy.
Some guy in a suit.
Hey, no Robin Williams, no buys.
But hey, but the third one, did that have Robin
Yeah,
Williams?
it did,
Okay,
actually.
that movie's actually really good.
Prince of
The
Thieves?
Prince of
Yeah,
Thieves,
Prince of Thieves.
Well,
Yeah,
then
okay.
Aladdin and his dad and all
Yep.
that. So that was pretty good.
That was
movie.
a good movie.
That was a dark movie too. Remember?
But the Lion King 2 thing wasn't good either.
Oh
I
God!
don't think.
Please don't bring that up.
what was that about?
That was
It's
so.
like Lion King 2.5
that was
or
like
whatever.
Simba's
Quest or whatever.
No, was it Simba's Quest? No,
No.
because it wasn't Simba's Quest. Because the second one was focused on his daughter, and then Scar's nephew, I think, or something like that came. No, Scar's son decided to come around and like
Make
friend-
claim.
make claim with Simba's daughter, and
Nala,
both of them
or
got
not
together.
Nala, but whatever.
Yeah, I forgot what the daughter's name was, and both of them got together. It was really weird.
But then, like, they have the Lion Guard now on Disney Junior, and like, does that not take that like history in there? Because like, he has a son in that one, Simba. It's like his son. I forget what his name is. Yeah, and he like basically is like the leader of like a pack of
That's so weird.
of lions.
Why would they do that? That makes no sense.
You know, but I feel like it's all like trying to like cash in on these franchises. They went straight to video. They weren't that good, but they're just trying to cash in those franchises.
So besides Shrek, what else did DreamWorks do? I know they did like How to Train Your Dragon. That was really
You know what?
good.
Okay.
Still going on right now, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I just want to mention. I think DreamWorks. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. They do Iron Giant, which is a great movie.
I don't remember, but that's like
Way old.
Yeah, that's in the early or mid '90s.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
that's
say
what-
mid '90s?
Yeah, Vin Diesel
Yeah.
voice on that.
Or 98, 99?
Maybe towards the late, but I don't know if that was DreamWorks.
No.
I don't know who did
It
that.
might
shit.
have been, but yeah, Iron Giant was kind of like a one-off though. Like
Yeah.
like whatever the studio was, never did anything close
You
or
think
anything
so?
like that.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't from the same studio that did Titan AE, because that's a great movie too.
Could have been.
You ever see Titan AE?
I did actually. It's
It's a
pretty
good movie,
It is
yeah.
a good movie. But you see, a lot of those movies went under the radar, and nobody ever
Actually, you know what we didn't mention that I gotta mention, dude?
What?
That I remember when I was a kid was like so awesome. Batman the Animated Series, Batman Mask of the
Really?
Phantasm.
Oh man,
Dude, that movie was like best direct like to VHS movie I ever seen, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Well, that
oh
came
my
out in
gosh.
the theater.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it
Mask of the
did.
Phantasm did?
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah, it really was awesome.
Iron Giant was 1999.
And who directed it?
Director.
I mean,
not
I'm sorry,
directed.
yeah, who
Studio.
was studio?
Studio. Hold on.
Studio.
Keep going.
Okay, but yeah, that's a great movie too. That was like I want to say 1995 or Master of the Phantasm, right?
Yeah, that was great. It was a great movie.
Yeah, but let's talk about some other movies in the 2000s that came out. Like How to Train Your Dragon was a great movie.
And then another little studio, Illumination, came out, and that was Despicable Me.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, they did Despicable Me.
I
And
mean,
then
they have
the
a whole
Minions movie.
ride of it at Universal.
Yeah.
Based on that.
They also did Sing, which I thought was a really good
Okay.
movie too.
You know, it's funny though. I always think that.
DreamWorks does Trolls. That's a pretty good
Okay.
cartoon
Yeah,
too.
But it's,
And Madagascar did DreamWorks.
Yeah, DreamWorks and Madagascar.
Okay.
And then.
Which I like. Chris doesn't like, but I like.
I'm just-
And the Penguins of Madagascar is awesome too.
How about Ice
It
Age?
was
Who
okay.
did that?
Ice Age was DreamWorks.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
DreamWorks. Who did Happy Feet?
that might have been DreamWorks also.
I think that might have been DreamWorks as well. I'm not a big Happy Feet fan though.
Really?
Yeah, no, not feeling the
Oh.
Happy Feet.
No. You want to tap in your foot?
No, that's half my foot. No,
But
no.
I mean, even
My feet are sad.
but even Disney. But I want to say even Disney came up with a lot of good anime movies.
Yes, so like this era of movies, I would say is the return of Disney
Yes.
animation.
We're talking about a lot.
So from
2010.
Basically, almost from Tangled on, probably.
Yeah.
And when did Tango came out?
Early 2010s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so after
We're-
you had Tangled.
I think we were still working at GameStop when it came out.
Oh, that would have been like 2009 then.
It could have been.
Yeah, but they had Tangled. They had Frozen, Big Hero 6, Moana,
Zootopia.
Zootopia. Yep. So I would say that those are a whole bunch of great animated movies right there. And not to mention, I feel like Frozen and Moana almost feel like Aladdin in like those movies because of the songs.
Yeah.
Because those movies actually have amazing, great songs.
You know, and it's funny though. I was gonna bring that up actually because while watching Pixar movies, they're great movies. They're original ideas. But they don't have those musical numbers that we remember as kids. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that's one thing that I always love about old school Disney movies. They had those musical numbers that everybody remembers, you know? Like A Whole New World from Aladdin. Or, I'm sorry, yeah.
Kung Fu Panda from DreamWorks as well. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I was just rating Kung Fu Panda, also Over the Hedge.
Okay, yeah. There you
Over
go.
the Hedge was great.
I've never seen Over the
I
Hedge.
never
It
had
was
it,
great.
too.
Bruce Willis, and then who else? Wanda Sykes.
I've never seen it. I gotta watch it.
Steve Carell.
Really?
It was actually really good.
What was it?
Yeah, I'm surprised you. Actually surprised you don't like Happy Feet.
Why? Because Robin Williams was in it? Wasn't that Robin Williams?
Robin Williams, Elijah Wood, Hugo Weaving, Brittany Murphy.
Wow, great cast.
A lot more people.
Dude, did you guys watch the trailer for Chicken Run I posted?
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, dude, it's so hilarious. So it's claymation, but they made like a Netflix, because it's streaming now on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
So they made like this like trailer, and they're like, oh, you thought it was a kids movie, and it's like there's murder and homicide, and it's like, oh my god, that's such an awesome trailer. I want to watch
You
it
know, I
again
remember
now.
that movie being really popular back in the day.
Yeah.
It was extremely popular.
I really like them, the guys that do that. I don't know who it is, but they do
They're
also
like,
Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah. I want to say they were English.
Yeah, they do the Pirates movie.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Did they do the new one that just came out, The Dog Island? Is that them?
Yes. Wait, no.
No, I don't think it was. It was like,
no.
I think
Paul
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah,
whatever
okay.
did that. But yeah,
Rango? Rango's okay. I don't mind Rango.
I think it was alright.
Lego Movie's good. I like Lego Movie. Nine's good. Nine had an amazing trailer. Had Coheed and Cambria in the trailer. I love that
Did it
trailer.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did that.
Yeah, it had Welcome Home.
So
And
do
then-
you think?
What was that?
No, I was trying to figure out which one did Tim Burton do? Frankenweenie, right?
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
also Corpse Bride and also Nightmare Before.
Nightmare Before
For
Christmas,
Christmas,
the
which
most
is actually-
overrated movie of all time. Oh my god!
No, because they had great musical numbers.
No, it didn't.
It
Pete.
did.
No, it didn't.
It did.
It's garbage.
Did you actually
What?
watch
They
it?
did.
Did you actually
Yes,
watch
I watched it.
it? When?
I
Probably when you were
March
a kid.
13th, 19.
Yeah.
No, I don't know when I watched
When you were a
it.
kid. When you're a kid, probably. Watch it again. You'll
You're
probably
a
like
kid.
it. No, you're a kid.
Are you kidding? Pete came out the womb wearing
Exactly.
a
Exactly.
Actually, it took a while to grow that beard.
Like that you did. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I'm glad I
man.
did grow it out. But so would you say though, like, because we named a lot of anime movies and they're all really good. Would you say this generation of anime movies are better than what we grew up on?
It's hard because of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Like, nostalgia's a strong thing.
Yeah, but I mean, we talk about
now
we talk about three movies that really stick in our mind.
Yeah, but now they're making it into real life. I mean, you got freaking Lion King that's filmed right now. Then you have
Oh, the Jungle Book.
Jungle
The
Book,
Jungle Book, which
that
was
came
great
out.
also.
And then we're getting a second version of the Jungle Book
Oh, yeah.
with Mowgli,
Yeah.
made by Andy Serkis,
Okay,
you
now is-
talented son of a bitch.
But
Wow.
I'm sorry, but that man is really talented.
he
It is-
he needs a lifetime achievement award now.
Yeah.
Because dude, between Planet of the Apes,
Lord of the Rings.
yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Now directing Mowgli and
Dude,
starring.
Black Panther, he was awesome in
Yeah.
too.
Great. You know, actually, and a spoiler alert, actually, I'm upset that they killed this character off because I thought he could have been a great villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler said he didn't even want to kill the character off.
Who did?
Disney or Marvel.
Marvel Disney.
Well, what? I don't understand.
I think they needed something shocking at the moment in that movie. I think they needed something to get Killmonger over as more of a bad guy. Because I'll be honest with you, you kind of like Andy Serkis's character, but you need that kind of gives you a little bit more reason to not like Michael B. Jordan's character. That and he killed his girlfriend, that was just straight up what the fuck?
Yeah, it's funny too because I felt like when I'm talking about speaking of Black Panther, I felt like he had a right when he was talking. Everything he was saying was he had actually a right to his whole taking over Wakanda and all that. You actually agreed with his character. You actually saw, well, wait a minute. His father was killed in front of, well, not in front of him, but really his father was killed, left abandoned, and then raised pretty much in I would say in the hood and all that, right?
Yeah.
And then he actually his father was a royalty, so he had a right to Wakanda just as much as anybody else has, just as much as T'Challa had. And So at that point in the movie, you're like, okay, I can see where he's coming from, you know.
And
but then he kills his girlfriend. And you're like, well, that's a pretty scumbag move.
But then you look at it, the fact that like what they do at the end is what he wanted to do anyway.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, so
Yeah,
we agree with the villain anyway.
Yeah.
This is the reason why that Killmonger now is probably one of the best villains in the MCU.
Thanos definitely tops him though.
Yeah, which is true. I get that.
I would like to see more of his character. I wish, spoiler alert, they didn't kill him off. Because I actually would want to see more of Killmonger in future movies. Because there's so much.
Because you got, like, the best villains is probably what? You got, like, Loki, Killmonger,
Thanos.
Yeah.
From, like, the MCU. I mean, if you want to go to Netflix, you can go Killgrave and Kingpin.
Yeah, but no, just, well, Cottonmouth was really good, too, the first half of
Cottonmouth was great.
Luke Cage. Honestly, like, they should have really kept him alive, because, like, what was the other guy's name?
Oh, Diamondback?
Yeah, Diamondback was, like,
terrible.
he was like cartoony. Like, it was so bad.
Speaking of which, and I'm not trying to get off of the subject, but has Luke Cage come out yet?
No, Friday.
Okay. I'm just interested to see like how good that is going to be. Really like the first season of Luke Cage, except for like the kind of the second half of the TV show kind of went downhill a little bit. Not downhill, but it wasn't that good as the first half. But definitely want to see what they do with that. But
last topic for the evening, gentlemen.
Okay.
All right.
Disney and 21st Century Fox back on the table.
Yeah.
Well, it's back on the table.
They accepted it, and that's pretty much the offer that they accepted.
Well, yeah, because Disney had, since Disney had the first offer and they originally accepted it, Disney had the rights to match any bid within 5 days.
Yeah.
And then basically they said Disney gets it, but I believe who's the other one? Comcast.
Yeah.
They can bid, but it has to be like right away.
Yeah.
Like they can't wait. Like Disney has the time, and Disney also always has the right to match them, no matter what, going forward.
So wait a minute. So like Disney has this, they put this much money, right? So and they accepted that bid, right?
Well, no, it's not cash. It's stock and cash.
Yeah, stock and
cash. Comcast was straight cash.
Straight cash, homie.
Dude, best Randy Moss line ever, but yeah, it was straight cash. Disney's offering stock and cash, and Disney stock is up. I think they said 10% or $10.
So I think
from what it was when the original offer was made.
I think it behooves like Fox to take that because the stock's definitely going to go up.
Oh, absolutely, stock. Yeah,
especially if they own like Fox Studios.
Oh yeah,
now
for sure, dude. That stock's going to be a gold mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel,
and not only that, but there's other little things in the merger that Disney doesn't have to concede. So
true,
so if Comcast buys them, they have to concede their share of Hulu, because they're since they are a broadband provider, they can't own majority share in Hulu because it would be.
Well, then Fox loses Hulu, right?
Well, no, then Comcast would lose Hulu.
Yeah,
like they would have to sell off their 33% of Hulu.
Yeah,
but Comcast owns Hulu.
They own 33%. Because they own NBC. NBC, Disney, and Fox. There's all three-way partners in it.
Oh, okay.
So Disney will own majority share of it though,
so,
if the deal goes through, and they don't have to concede it.
Yeah. So I honestly think it's much better if Marvel, not just say because I love Marvel, but in the same way. Just for a business standpoint, it's better for Marvel to own 20th Century Fox than Comcast.
Which is true, but like at that point, some people may call it like Disney buying up everything and being a monopoly at that point.
I mean to be honest, like it's so funny because they're talking about like, oh, look at Marvel's going to get all these characters. I'm like, dude,
they're their own characters.
It's their own characters, and I'm sorry, but. DC already has their older characters. Like, they own all their characters.
Yeah, which is true.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand that. Yeah. But you gotta also see the fact, like, okay,
they're getting like
Disney,
Aliens and Die Hard and all that stuff with it.
Yeah, well, X-Men and freaking
Simpsons, Futurama, Family Guy,
mean,
all that stuff. That's a lot.
But it's up to them to do those stuff. They don't really have to do it.
They won't get their sports or news stations.
Yeah,
though.
No, they won't.
No. So Skip and Bayless and.
Yeah, they can stay over there.
Stay on
and your boy Stephen A.
No, he has ESPN.
He's already on Disney's side.
But well, you can't have both in one room. Skip Bayless has to be on Fox. Stephen A. Smith has to be on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? You can't have them both in the same room. They tried it before; it did not work out. But I was gonna say, here's a question though, because we were talking about Star Wars before, and would you say, I mean, being Star Wars fans, are you happy right now with where they're going, or do you think they could do better?
I don't know.
Chris thinks you could do better, right? That's what you think.
JJ, you're our only hope.
So you think they could do better right now with the Star Wars?
I think if they
bring home Episode 9, maybe.
Well, here's the thing, though.
They just have to really bring it home.
We're pretty happy with what this was doing with Star Wars, the first couple movies. I think Last Jedi definitely got a lot of people like angry about it. Even though I like the movie, I still do. I think I'm gonna watch it again just to kind of because I only watch it once. But like watching Solo, like I said, it wasn't a bad movie, but I wasn't really that impressed. And I feel like I was like saying that I think a couple weeks ago or whatever in the podcast, how they don't create new characters, new fresh characters for people to follow.
No.
You know, like I feel the original movies, you have this whole vast amount of characters, and guess what? They made toys out of them.
Yeah.
You know, like what toy do you think? What character do you think?
Ray, Finn. That's about it.
Oh, okay, Ray.
Kylo Ren, and that's it. Those 3 characters.
Yeah, I mean,
you made Rogue One cast. You know, they could have been cool toys, right?
I mean, Episode 7 pretty much cemented their way for like I was rooting for Finn because I mean he's black and I'm black.
Yeah, it's understandable.
When I seen him with the lightsaber, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait.
Yeah.
But then like when it happened, I was like, oh okay, that's the direction it took. I'm okay with that. And then after this Episode 8 came out, I was like, are you serious?
He's just looking for love, Chris.
Like,
He's just looking for
I
love.
don't care.
But
No.
In all the wrong places.
Really, all the wrong places. All the wrong goddamn places. Goodness gracious.
You know, question about Finn though. I always feel they really missed on that character, the potential of that character, because he's a stormtrooper. He's a kind of a bad guy, turned to a good guy, and I felt he could have kind of, had that whole kind of indecisive what he wants to do. But they didn't really go into that. They tried to go into the whole love story, which I don't buy. I wish they kind of sold the whole him not being so sure about which side he should join.
I would love to see him as a character that's dealing with more like PTSD.
They didn't really like.
But like, don't make him comedic. Like, make him like
serious.
Like, make him serious and seriously struggling with
exactly. Like they missed a huge like.
Because I mean, he snapped him out of like the fact of what trance he was in, and become good.
Yeah.
Like, so why couldn't he suffer from that?
And I like the fact that
things that he's done.
I like the fact the first one they actually explain. Oh yeah, Ray, you're the reason why I kind of wanted to be kind of good. You know, you give me hope.
I would have loved to see him be more like Winter Soldier. Really.
Yeah.
Like, kind of in that lens where like he could just like flip like this because like they still have some kind of connection.
Yeah, because like you don't ever think, except for like some of the lightsaber battles. You don't see him as a real badass. Like, you don't get that same... You kind of see him a guy who's still struggling. Yeah. He's insecure of himself and all that, but you don't really have that whole, like, feeling that... And I feel like they really missed a huge opportunity with that character, which I thought he could have been a great character to kind of, like, mold into something special.
Yeah. It would have made a lot of sense, too, if he was Force-sensitive, because then he could have been blocking out their brainwashing ways.
I think the biggest problem with the new trilogy is the fact that you had 2 different directors directing it. If you had the same director directing all 3 of the movies, you wouldn't have had this problem.
Weren't they different directors in the original trilogy, though?
Yeah.
No, but it's still George Lucas. Is like he was overseeing the whole thing. He wrote the whole movies. This is more like J.J. Abrams wrote the first one. The second one I think was written by.
I wonder why Lucas didn't just direct them. The originals.
He directed the first one.
Yeah, I know, but why not do the next one?
Because he wasn't a good director.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
I'm sorry, he wasn't. He really have you seen the first one? They have like certain point. You have they literally left the scene where the stormtrooper hits his head over like in the doorway.
Dude, he put in every single cheesy ass screen transition he could get into it too.
Exactly.
And it's the only franchise it'll ever work in.
Yeah.
But it's like every if you go on a computer and you go to any like video editing thing and you go through like the progressions of the screen transitions,
like Final Cut Pro, and you see all, look at the transitions. So
every freaking stupid one of them's in Star Wars.
It's like, but that's what I'm saying though. I feel like Disney needs to kind of take control of the franchise before it's too late, because you know what? Like right now, DC is suffering from that whole like. A lot of people are disappointed with some of their movies, except for Wonder Woman. They're just kind of disappointed by that. And we had this whole like. I don't know if it's true or not. Like somebody, Matt posted something on
on the page, yeah, about like one of the execs said like, oh, their new plans to make good movies.
And I'm like, that should be your first plan.
Yeah,
that should be any studio's first plan, to make really good movies. So like when I heard that, I'm like, wow, okay, who's running this like show right now? So like I think DC is in trouble right now with their movies. So hopefully they can like revamp their franchise before it's too late. Same with Disney and Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I hope for if this merger does happen, because it still has to get approved by the government, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they basically there's really no hurdles because they just passed the. What was it? Time Warner and AT&T or something. Yeah, there was another. That
Time
was
Warner.
it was Time Warner.
AT&T bought Time Warner, so
and that's what Comcast was waiting on to see if they passed that before they put their bid in on Fox.
Yeah.
And then that passed, so then they put their bid in, and now Disney countered.
Because I heard like they actually lost like last year. They were like an antitrust loss over there from Comcast. They were trying to buy Fox, and they were rejected.
And that's what they were waiting on was the decision in that case.
So now that happened, I guess they like. It's all pretty much whoever has the most money, and it looks like Disney might actually have it.
Yeah.
So
Disney better have it.
Well, it'll be amazing if they do have it.
Just give them that damn Marvel money.
Well,
you know they're making
Marvel money, the theme park money.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
I mean, it's definitely like I'm just looking forward to it because. If this deal does go through...
And you want to know why Ryan's not here defending DC? Because he's at home washing his tights.
But I just want to say, though, if, let's say, they do own him, if this deal does go through, then that means, like, we're going to see maybe Fantastic Four in the future, Doctor Doom, Magneto,
I just want to
Wolverine.
see Wolverine and Iron Man and Spider-Man all in the same movie.
Yeah.
Just give me that.
It will be amazing. Like, it will be great.
We all know, it's so funny too, because I love like they were all like, oh, but Deadpool won't be in Avengers. Well, no crap, Deadpool's not going to be in Avengers. It wouldn't make any sense for him to be in Avengers.
They talked about, like, saying the fact that, like, Deadpool will stay a rated R movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean...
But it always has to be a side story because of the fact, the way he talks to the camera and stuff like that, where it can't be part of, like, a serious story.
But you know what's great about that? You can always have, like, sort of, like, cameos or sort of stuff.
I love, like, just at the beginning when he has, like, that little, like, spinning thing of, like, Wolverine with, like, the stake through. I love it, man.
But, I mean...
Just, like, little stuff like that. It's so awesome.
I'm just saying, if, let's say, this deal does go through, they can make jokes. I mean, he kind of did make jokes already with Marvel, the MCU, but he can make more jokes. I mean, more characters. Like cameos come through.
I still want Deadpool versus Wolverine. To me, that'd be like the ultimate.
With Hugh Jackman, of course.
Yeah, with Hugh Jackman, of course, and let Hugh Jackman be completely rated R as well. Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
But I mean, do you really want to see him again? Because that's the perfect ending for Logan.
No, I want to see him again.
Yeah.
Deadpool should bring him back from the dead or something like that. Do something like ridiculous. Was there ever like a zombie Wolverine? I'm sure there was in one of the crappy storylines that they did.
Marvel zombies.
Yeah, dude, they should totally do it. It'd be hilarious.
It would be funny. But
like, it needs to be something so ridiculous if he's in the movie too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's definitely like there's so much potential with this deal. Hopefully it goes through, and maybe in the next few years we're gonna see the results from it. So.
Yeah. So all right, guys, that's all we have for this week. We are slightly off topic. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on all the other stuff we have, Instagram and
we
Twitter.
We have Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
YouTube, definitely subscribe to us to YouTube. Share our page. Let your friends know. Come on, show us some love. Come on.
Turn your notifications on so you know when we go live. You can watch us, join in, ask us questions. We're here every Wednesday night. I'm the host, Real Ant-Man.
You took
King Black Cherry.
See you guys next week.
Later.
Peace.